Two cool bros tooting each other's horns. We the best!
This is the beginning of a series where we are going to rank every single mascot in the NBA. Now, the way that we are going to do this is we are going to rank the mascots 1 through 5 in each of the 6 NBA divisions. And then the winners will move on to a final round where we rank the final 6 division leaders into the top mascots, the top 3 mascots in the NBA. And we will also rank the worst mascot in the NBA eventually. Methodology. How are we ranking them, right? We decided that each mascot will be broken up into 3 different categories. Their overall design, their history / origin story, and their potential basketball skills. Now, the way that we're going to rank them is in the division, first place gets 5 points in that category, second place gets 3 points in that category, third place gets 1 point, and if you're lower than that, you don't get shit. Fuck off. So then we'll take the total points. Total points will be the winner for each of us. We're going to talk about our winners and then kind of average it out and see who won the division based on both of our rankings.
Let's settle this.
Today, we are ranking the NBA mascots from the Southwest Division. First up, we have the Mascots from the Dallas Mavericks. They actually have 2 current mascots, one named Champ, who debuted in 2002, an anthropomorphic horse with a Mavericks M on its forehead, and they actually gave these guys more stats than most teams. Champ is listed at 6'2", 210 pounds, has a 0% field goal percentage, 0 3-point percentage, gives the other team a point every game, and has 0 assists. And then we have Mavs Man. I don't know what the fuck to say about this guy. But
it's like a basketball bred with a human.
Yeah, he's a basketball.
Like one of those like DNA combining machines you see in sci-fi, like a teleporting machine. But like a basketball bounced in with a human, and on the other side, they came out merged as one.
Pretty much, dude. And it looks weird.
Which you would think might give him like that kind of, you'd think it might be like Flubber superpowers, where he'd be like super bouncy. But yeah, according to his stats, no.
This just gives him like orange skin, weirdly separated by rubber seams.
Yeah, he looks very creepy. He's like one of the creepiest mascots that we've seen.
Yeah, I agree. But Mavs Man
he somehow lasted this many years.
Right, debuted in 1996, so he's been around a long time. He's listed at 5'10", 180 pounds, with a 31.8 field goal percentage. Please, any Dallas fans, tell me if that has any significance. Like, I don't know why they would give him such a low percentage. I don't know why they made their mascots so fucking shitty.
Well, yeah, Champ with a 0% field goal percentage.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just really shitting on their own mascots for no reason.
Yeah, I don't get it. Mavs Man shooting 25% from 3. He's only 1 for 4. Although the other thing I would love is like if these were their actual stats from in-game. Like during the timeouts or something where they're like, I don't know if they're actually real.
Updated after every game.
But this would be amazing. Averaging 1 point and 0.2 assists.
Maybe his 3-point shots are like half-court shots, you know?
Exactly, yeah. If he's only counting if he's making 25% of only half-court shots, that's actually damn impressive. But
right, and he makes one every like. Well, I don't know how he gets to 1 point. Well, you know, the math is a little complicated. We'll figure that out later. We'll break that down in a separate episode.
The Mavs Man math.
Yeah. The advanced analytics behind Mavs Man. But it's pretty surprising how poorly they made them at basketball. Like, you're able to make up any stats, and they just made them both horrible.
Yeah.
Odd decision there.
Oh, man. Houston Rockets. They have Clutch the Bear. Debuted on March 14th, 1995. That's all I got for you. I don't know. There's like nothing behind him. I don't really know why he's a bear. I know he's named Clutch after the 1994 season where they were nicknamed Clutch City. And they immediately jumped on that and made a bear. So it seemed like they did that really fast. And I don't know why it's a bear. So Houston fans, let me know. Please.
Yeah. Are there a lot of bears in Houston, maybe?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
I haven't been to Houston personally. Maybe they're everywhere.
Maybe. Next up, for the Memphis Grizzlies, we have Grizz, debuted in 1995. And there's a crazy story behind Grizz, the actual person. So Grizz fought and won the battle against cancer in 2008. And when we say it, we mean it. This is directly taken from their website. It's not just a made-up story. Eric McMahon, the man inside the grizzly bear suit, was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma that year. The team didn't want to replace the mascot with someone else, choosing to help Eric fight against the disease. Mr. McMahon is still donning Grizz's suit, having been in remission for over a decade. And I just thought, damn, that is badass. Badass by him to continue being the mascot despite having cancer. Badass by the Grizzlies saying like, dude, we got your back. We want you to be our mascot, not anyone else. Like, this is just an awesome story all around.
That is a good one for sure. One of the best ones, if not the best one. For the mascot.
Yeah, very heartwarming and just, yeah, amazing. Next
up,
a
lot of times you watch the games and you forget that there's humans inside of these suits.
Yeah.
You think it's literally a grizzly bear playing basketball, but it's not. There's a human inside that.
I get scared, dude.
Yeah.
Well, hey, watch out, there's a bear on the court, everyone.
There are kids sitting courtside.
Get out of there!
So you're like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, but that seriously is a great story.
It's amazing. So next up, we got the New Orleans Pelicans, who have Pierre the Pelican. I do appreciate that Pierre is like a French name. They got the French Quarter, a lot of French roots there, right? Debuted on October 13th, 2013, when they when they changed their name. And I included a picture of what it originally looked like. This looked so horrifying and was scaring so many kids that they had to change the entire head of the bird at the All-Star break in its first season. They claimed he had beak reconstructive surgery. And he took a week off during All-Star break and came back with a completely new face.
That original beak was creepy. It's not enough top beak. The ratio was off. And
I feel like the eyeshadow on it is kind of what made it really creepy too, where it's wait, why is it I don't know.
That's heavy eyeshadow for sure.
Yeah.
Which can look good on some birds, but in this case.
Yeah. Next up, we got the San Antonio Spurs with the Coyote. Debuted on April 13th, 1983. These are actually from their website. They say height about as tall as David Robinson. While I hate the Spurs, I appreciate that reference to their own history. And weight prefers not to. I did like that one as well. Preferring not to wait.
That's fun.
Fun little pun there.
But how did they weigh him or measure him? Is that ground to ears?
It must be. This would be if they applied the same logic as the Timberwolves and said feet to the tip of the ears, it would make sense for them to say it here, as opposed to the Timberwolves. Doesn't make sense.
Right. This guy's clearly getting an extra 7 or 8 inches off his ears.
Easily.
Which easily. So even if you say 10 inches, if he's about the height of David Robinson with those 10 inches, he's still one of the taller mascots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
That still puts him well over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, good. He's got a good build.
Based on their designs, who was your number one design in this division?
Well, to me, this one was a no-brainer. I had to go the Coyote. I love it. It's so ridiculous. His eyes, it looks like he hasn't slept in months. Like he's been on some coke-fueled bender. It's just, I love it. It's so ridiculous. It's why did they make his eyes look like that?
Dude,
what was the decision behind that? But I love it. It's super unique.
Yeah, it does stand out.
They're let's just go for it and make him look like he's either clinically depressed or I don't know what's going on with him, but I like it. They didn't just play it safe. So for me, the Coyote was number one. How about you?
My number one was Clutch the Bear, actually.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't love a lot of these mascots. I thought, since Pierre had to change, they kind of fucked that up. I mean, Mavs Man creeps me the fuck out, so I can't give it to either of the Dallas ones. And Grizz is just too basic. And I think Bear, I gave it to the Bear because they're stretching it. Coyote makes sense. I mean, Coyote was my number two, so I can see why you gave it number one for sure.
I just really appreciate the eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was a bold design choice. Like, they clearly must have workshopped it. And they're like, nah, man, let's keep the, like, bloodshot eyes. And this is good. It looks like... And for some reason, it doesn't creep out kids. A lot of these other ones we've seen scare kids, but...
I think it must loosely be based on the cartoons, right? Because they're all set in the desert, San Antonio. Like, I feel like that makes sense. So, but anyways.
I think so.
Yeah, so Clutch, Coyote was my number 2. My number 3 was Grizz. I do think Grizz is solid. Who was your number 3 again?
Well, I had Pierre the Pelican at number 2.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like, he's got some fun stuff going on. It's a weird one. They went for it, you know. He's got like kind of his feathers coming off his arms. I kind of enjoy that. And then my number 3, I had the Dallas, because you kind of get 2 for 1.
Yeah.
But I kind of appreciate the really weird, like, like I like the Brooklyn Knight, you know. So
yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah.
My taste in mascots is like if they look really stupid, I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's a plus. So I enjoy that they have 2 pretty ridiculous looking mascots, but the Mavs man is just, what in the world is going on there?
Yeah.
But I like that. And I like that they've stuck beside him for 26 years. It's like, they're not like they just scrapped it because it looks bizarre. It's like, no, like, that's Mavs man. He's a human basketball. So that's my number 2.
I wonder how many of these older mascots, if they debuted now, would survive. Like, I feel like so many of them are hanging on just because they have the tradition now.
Right. But they get destroyed on social media nowadays.
Yeah. People are like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, this is horrifying.
Yeah. Just like Pierre the Pelican did, right?
Right.
So history-wise...
R.I.P. Yeah.
R.I.P. History-wise, I had to give number 1 to Grizz. What about you?
Same.
Okay.
Same.
And then I gave, kind of similar reasoning of what you said there, I gave Dallas number 2. 1, because the 2 for 1, so you have 2 histories there, and just like the Mavs man combo is just like, what the fuck is this? I love the origin story of how this came to be.
Yeah, I do really like that. I gave the Coyote number 2.
Okay.
In the sense of I like how long he survived. Like, I think he's kind of a classic. Like, that's pretty, one of the older mascots there is. And I just enjoyed it. I got a soft spot for the guy. What can I say? Then number 3, I had Dallas.
Okay. And my number
I like
3...
that they have
Go ahead, sorry.
2 of them. Yeah. No, I like that they have the 2 guys, and they've kept them for so long, even though they're both kind of shitty, but they've stuck with them.
Yeah, my number 3 was Pierre the Pelican, because I did appreciate like the reference to the French and the pelican being, you know, pretty common in New Orleans. So I like that.
That's a good one too. That's a good one.
Okay.
I had Clutch almost in there as my 3. Just because it's a reference to like that great time in their franchise history.
Yeah. I
can appreciate that too.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. He didn't earn any points from either of us, but we appreciate you, dog.
Right. I see you.
Basketball skills. Who was your number 1?
Well, this was another tough one, but I had to go the Coyote. If he's supposedly as tall as David Robinson.
Okay.
Even with the ear. That's some good size. He's fit. He's got that nice tight build. So that's who I had my number 1. What about you?
I had Grizz. I thought Grizz. And
Yeah,
here's
Grizz.
something that I forgot to mention too. Grizz has an alter ego named Super Grizz. And
What?
I did not know. I just found out about this. And I did not know I had to include it or if it counts as like a separate mascot or something.
No, tell me about him.
Sometimes he like puts on like a muscle suit and he becomes Super Grizz, and then he does trampoline. I think it's like a different suit that he's more mobile in, and then he can do trampoline dunks and stuff in that, stuff like that. So
yeah, this is a game changer.
yeah, so I gave.
I'm still gonna have Coyote at 1, but
you are free to change it because I just found out about this as well, like today.
I mean, Is it one of those things like, can he always be super Grizz, or is it like he can only bust it out for like short bursts of time? You know,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, because of the unknown aspect of it, I'm gonna just go with the reliable big man, the Coyote. Will be my David Robinson into paint. A lot of these mascots are pretty small, so I'll take the big man. But I will go Grizz at number 2.
Okay. My number 2 is Dallas with Champ and the Mavs, man. Basketball skills. You're getting 2 players for 1, you know.
Well, that was going to be my question. I feel like they would have to sub in for each other. It's a little unfair if you get both.
I don't know, dude. Looking at their stats, they're so shitty. Like, does it matter?
That's true. That's true. It'd be like if the 2 of us were allowed to play in an NBA game in place of one regular guy.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't do them any good.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thinking.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Who was your number 3?
I had Pierre the Pelican, number 3.
All right.
Because he's kind of got, like, on his wings, he's got, like, feathers and stuff. I don't know if it's strong enough to stop a ball, but he could really interfere with your line of vision, you know, line of sight when he's playing defense on you. So I think that could make it harder to pass by him.
That makes sense. I gave my number 3. I gave me 1 point to Clutch because I was assuming that he would have like the clutch gene and he'd be able to hit clutch shots. So I was thinking like, all right, if Clutch the Bear can come in and be a closer or hit awesome shots to, you know, put your team ahead late, then I will give him the 3rd place vote.
True. So you're kind of assuming that his name is based on him himself being Clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Might be a stretch there, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Given how much logic we've used for everything else, I think that's reasonable.
I think that's one of the most logical things we've said.
Yeah. Well, let's see. According to science, I'm not sure that holds up.
Oh, man. All right. So, who got the most points for you in this division?
I love the Coyote, man. 13.
You only got 3 from me, so that's 16.
Wow.
I gave 11 points to Grizz. How many points did you give to Grizz?
I gave 8 to Grizz.
Oh, shit. 19. Did you give more than 13 points to Dallas or Houston?
Not even close, dude. I gave 2 to Dallas and 0 to Houston.
They both got 6 from me, so that's what I was wondering.
Okay.
So, Grizz got 19 points, right? You gave him 8?
I gave him 8.
Okay, so Grizz is number 1 in the Southwest Division. He takes it. He's a division winner. He's going to move on to the next round. And we will see you in the final Mascot episode where we are going to rank the division winners from 1 to 6 and give our take on who the absolute worst mascot is. I don't like to toot my own horn, but...
Cut that.